Okay.
All right, so I have Ali Thome here. How did I say it right? Thome?
Yeah, Thome.
Thome. I'm going to do a whole show on messing up people's names because that is what I'm good at.
That's great. That sounds like a great idea. I like this idea for a show.
So you're an artist. You now are a mother. Congratulations.
Those are two things that I am. Yes, thank you very much.
And I gotta say, you have put out the best stuff over as you were pregnant and moving on.
Thank you.
We've all been following your adventure.
Yeah.
Some very funny stuff there for sure.
You know, when that's all you experience 24/7, you have to draw what you know.
Yeah.
So I knew about how being pregnant was awful, and even though it was a normal pregnancy for the most part, and then raising a child, how that is interesting in so many different ways.
Yes.
So you gotta draw what you know, right?
Wait till they grow up, because mine are 30 and 29. I got 6 grandkids. They're all
So, hey, at least you don't have to change their diapers anymore.
No,
I feel like that's a positive. That's a step in the right direction.
Once you get past that, in fact, my grandkids, they're now the youngest one is about 2 years old. So once they get past that stage is when I start taking them out. I'm not doing the baby.
No,
that's your job.
I'm getting pretty over it too. If I could force her to toilet train right now, I would. But I gotta wait till she's interested. I don't want to fight about it.
So when did you start drawing? Where are you based out? You're based out of Pennsylvania, right?
Pennsylvania.
So when did you start drawing caricatures, or even start?
I started drawing caricatures because I didn't want to be a teacher, and I had this dream of being a party clown because I could balloon twist.
That's a dream.
I wanted, honestly, I felt like an
us.
entertainer, and I wanted the freedom to do gigs and stuff. I don't like 9-to-5 jobs, and that's what teaching is. And I never really wanted to be a teacher anyway. I just wanted to do art, but got to make the money and then do art on the side. Like that's what I was always told. It's a very conservative area, and not many people are like full-time artists. A couple of folk artists, but I didn't want to be a folk artist.
No.
Wasn't interested in that, so I was like, oh well, I'll just be a party clown. And I remember there was caricatures at Hershey Park, so I was like, oh well, I guess I'll learn to do that. That'll make me more marketable if I have like a bunch of different skills.
Sometimes
little did I know
sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't.
Later I would find out, no, you should really just specialize in like one thing. That helps you be more successful. But that got me into caricatures, so I worked at Hershey Park, and then I met people like Matt Zitman and Chris Chua, and Alex Clare was a real inspiration early on, and Joe Bloom's book, and all the normal caricature influences. And they took me to CrippleCon, was my first convention, and then I did ISCA the following season, and I was hooked. I loved the people. I loved making the art. I loved entertaining people is always something I always liked doing, and I could see my art just exponentially skyrocket to be better. It was forcing me to draw all the time, so I loved it, and that's what I've been doing ever since. It's given me job freedom. It's given me the creativity I've always wanted, and that's what I've been doing for 8 years, 9 years, something like that.
How long have you been coming to the conventions of this?
I think 8 years. I think I started coming in 2010.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, nice. Vegas was my first one. So whenever Vegas happened since, I've been at every one.
That was my first one for my wife. First one she came to was Vegas. So So now you've been coming for a long time, and you actually had a podcast. So
I did have a podcast for 2 years.
Because I remember you doing that. I was watching you. Jason Seiler used
and Torrin Thomas.
Yeah.
What was? I'm gonna forget his name. I know it was Torrin something.
Yeah, no, I can't remember, but I remember you. Interviewing some of them live. And so, is that still going, or
no? Well, that
kids overtook the podcast.
I think at this point it's done. If I start up another podcast, it'll be different. Yeah. So I think it's supposed to be funny, which is what it was called. Yeah. I'm hoping to upload them to YouTube or something at this point because people keep asking me to.
Yeah.
It served its purpose. I had a great time doing it. It was. The editing and stuff was very time intensive.
Oh,
and even though I really loved doing it, I know you understand.
Yeah.
I loved doing it. I loved what it gave me. And I love that so many people enjoyed it and found it inspirational. It just came down to time, and it wasn't making me any money. And so it was a fun love project. But at some point it was like, I had to choose between this thing and putting more time into getting gigs and making more money. So it kind of fell by the wayside, and then once I got pregnant and had the kid, it's like, well, there's no way. There's no way I'm going to be able to do a podcast anymore, not for a few years.
Well, maybe you've got one on a different subject, right? Motherhood, motherhood is maybe the way to do it,
again,
right?
you have to pick what you want to be good at. So I focused on comics and cartoons, and I mean, I could do all of them if I could figure out a way to do it in 5 minutes and focus on that, like do like a 5-minute podcast or something. But I'm not worried about it. I got plenty of other things to worry about. So podcasts can take a back seat. I really enjoy it. I really hope I get to do it again because I love listening to myself talk.
You're great at it.
Oh, thank you so much.
I like that you listen to myself talk. You got that.
But you have to when you're editing it. Like if you don't love yourself talking, like it's a nightmare to edit yourself.
I know.
It's awful.
At first, I hated the sound of my voice, and then over time, you kind of get used to it or forget about it or whatever.
Yeah.
And now it doesn't bother me. But at first, I was like, "Boy, I really sound like that."
Right?
An idiot, right?
So, yeah. If you don't love it, or if it doesn't grow on you, you can't. You shouldn't have a podcast really, or have somebody else edit it because your life's a nightmare from here on out.
So, what's the future hold for you? Other than just raising a beautiful little girl?
Well, right now, something that helped. I've been working with. Currently, I've been working with a company called Extra Credits. They do educational YouTube videos and videos about gaming. So I'm doing like motion graphics for their videos. So that's been taking up a lot of my time because really my time is only make money and take care of Martin. It's not like free time take care of my daughter and make money. I can only like choose two of those things. So I'm having a great time doing those videos. They're very challenging and they're fun, and I have no problem sharing them with family because educational. It's very marketable to the general populace. So I've been working with them, and hopefully I can do full time. So that would be really awesome. I mean, consistent money is a lot better than piecemeal money. But I'll still do gigs and stuff. But they're bean people, which is really fun and easy. So that's how they can pump out videos so quickly because it's easy to animate.
Right.
But as for like challenging illustration kind of stuff, it's not that much that. It's more like how do I interestingly convey concepts like democracy and what does it look like when I list off a bunch of objects to make it visually interesting. So it's its own challenges, but
I'm sure you'll figure that out.
But it's really cool.
You've got a creative way of
doing
things, so that's great. So where do people go to find more about you and your art? Do you have a website?
Yeah, I got a website, www.aliRthome.com. The R is important because my initials spell art, so I like to keep that R in there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Branding.
So Ali R Thome. You can find me, Ali R Thome, all over the internet. I'm the only one who's me.
Wow.
So and also check out Extra Credits. I'll plug them. They make awesome videos if you want to learn about anything from game design to quantum mechanics.
Oh, really? So what's their website? Do you have one?
I think they do have a website, but they're on their videos are on YouTube.
Okay.
So just Extra Credits on YouTube.
Okay, cool.
Extra history, extra mythology, tons of fun stuff, like all sorts of stuff.
Well, thank you so much for being on. You're just awesome. I laugh at your stuff from we follow each other on Facebook. And I when I was seeing the stuff you're going through, I go, oh man, and my wife was even like, I remember those days. So
a lot of people comment like, I remember when.
Yeah, well, I think
it's okay, it'll pass, stuff like that.
Well, that's probably a new place for you to go with your stuff because you have that art, you do a voiceover, and it helps new mothers realize what they're going to get into, right?
Yeah, I mean, the sky's the limit, right? Like whatever I have time or decide to do. I mean, there's definitely tons of baby comics. I'll eventually put them together, compile them one day, but
it's going to be
until then, I'll focus on raising the daughter until she gets to a good enough age where she gives me time to do all those things. So expect that in a couple of years.
So is this going to be she's already attending convention, so she's got to be a character artist down the road. Right?
She'll be a creative something, I'm sure. We will allow her creativity to flow, but I will say I will not be upset if she turns out to be an accountant because I would love to not have to deal with my own money, and if she loves doing that, that would be amazing.
All artists can use legal, accounting.
Yeah, if she picks any of those jobs, that would be fantastic.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Ali.
Yeah, you're welcome, Bruce.
Perfect. Good job.